Good morning, everybody. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show. Remo Sisonke, we are together. Rotle, Rotle, Singwe, on Sesam, we are together. The beat goes on. Mushito Jalapina. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm joined by Pete Stirrup. Man City, there's news. Pete is going to tell us about that. The Messi one, already Fabrizio has just denied it. Remember, I said you need to follow, Fabrizio is reliable when it comes to transfer news. We are going to discuss transfer news vis-a-vis the money. That's what is important. We have seen what's happening at Barcelona. We've seen what's happening with Kaiser Chiefs. Apolis, the boy wants to go and play for Chiefs. That's all what he wants. He said Chiefs or a team in overseas. And then what's happening? They want to price him at 25 million. But let me qualify, these are rumors. These are not the facts. We don't have to speak as if they are factual. These are rumors because we don't get those news. But what can we do? We'll get them if we don't get them officially. And then to quell those rumors, they need to give official news so that we get. I'm sure they have their website, they have their Twitter accounts, but we don't get what's happening. So we are saying it's a rumor. They says 25 million, and when you look at 25 million, when you win the league, it's only 20 million. Does it make sense? Then others will say Sundowns. They've just bought Celis. Rumored that they spent about 60 million to buy the Brazilian striker. So the question is, there are a lot of issues. Some players are blaming. I've got few things that I've checked from our Pirates players are complaining that they were underpaid. They're underpaid. Are they to blame in terms of their financial management or the teams? Or where is that? Barcelona, that's why I'm saying we're discussing the issue of the transfer fees. Is the transfer fees season? Barcelona, the issue of Olmo and Victor. Peter will tell us more what's happening as far as that news is concerned. And then did they cross the line? Are they managing to sign? But the good news for Barcelona almost says the first team, Barcelona, the last team, Barcelona doesn't want to go anywhere. They're even prepared to stay until 6 months ends, then he's there for free. So that's a good thing for Barcelona. Once the brand is big, it becomes so powerful to that level. The same with Kaiser Chiefs here at home. You find a player like Apolis, and then the good news about Apolis, Sundowns has offered, so they'll pay. Sundowns are ready. Apparently, only Sundowns says those are rumors too. Only Sundowns has already offered to say we'll give the money. Both Pirates and Chiefs, according to rumors, it is said they haven't put anything on it and they haven't even contacted the team. So those are the news. Pete, welcome to the show. We're discussing all those things. So greet the viewers. Let's get started.
Welcome, guys.
Okay, Pete. I thought Saddam would come in. I don't see him. But let me start here, Pete. I want to share with you that there's a competition going on. I'll tell you now. Let me, okay. Let me see. There's this competition. I don't know whether I'll be able to share this. Okay.
Coming.
Can you see something on your side there?
We can.
Can you see those small boys? Can you see them?
Yep.
Okay. That's something that I want to share. This is Ambitious FC. This is Saddam Maake's son's team, under 13. They are the champions of Phillies games. So because he's one of our own, that's why I'm sharing this. And I'm also going to share the goals. Pirates fans were voting for the best goals of the team. I'll share that.
Cool.
Those are the boys, Cellular and his team. And then we see what's going to happen with them. And then we wish them good luck. And then, yeah, so they've gone up to the final. They've done very well. We are proud for them. We are happy for them. And then it's always nice to see that the boys are doing well. And then let me also share the news. I'll share others. Skukune United, they've signed players. And then they've signed players. This is the coach. And then Siema. And then who's the coach? Pirates have loaned them the players. Untladise and the other player, I'll share it to you now. And then, so this is good news. Kagiso Untladise is also loaned to Skukune United. Yeah, we know that Paris does do that. Dr. Koza loan a lot of teams, you know, your Golden Arrows, you name them players, because what's the point of having players and then they don't play? So maybe you need to loan them out so that they go to other teams and try their luck. And then we also have the CAF fixture. Remember, this is a CAF week. And then we have our teams there. Al Ahly, I think it's last night. Unfortunately, I didn't check the score. I'll check the scores for me, Pete, there. Kev, later, even if you will mention later, well, what was the score? And then Young Africans, they play TP Mazembe, which is today at 1 o'clock. Orlando Pirates, which is our boys, they're playing in Abidjan, State Abidjan. And then Asfa, they're playing Asmenium. And Rajaka, they're playing Mamelodi Sundowns. Our boys are today. My Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns are playing today. We are crossing fingers that our boys bring the trophy. My wish is I want to see Pirates and Sundowns at the final. Who wins? It's a second thing. I don't. Anyone can win. It's fine. But if I can see them both, then there is also Esperance, and then those are the teams that they'll be playing. Al Hilal. You know, those are the teams that are playing. So this CAF, what do you want to say about the CAF competition? Is it good, bringing the football to another level, or what's your take? What have you seen so far in terms of your analysis, in terms of this competition? Are they helping or not? It?
For me,
Yeah,
yes.
CAF, do they help?
When you are exposed to a high level of football or even different leagues football, then you get a higher level output because you're able to actually gauge your present level against you know who you're playing against, the wider audience, as it were. So basically what that allows to happen is for you to adjust your squad and your way of playing in order to match the higher teams there. So I remember one of my friends said, you know, you know him, Dave Bellamy.
Yeah.
He said, when City were invested, you know, from a Champions League perspective on the European side, he said, when you look at your squad, he said, can you see, for example, he'd name a player, can you see that Man City would win the Champions League with those players? And that puts a different perspective in your thought there, you know. And he said, you know what? He said, don't expect Man City at that stage when the new investment started some years ago for Man City to actually compete for the next 5 years. It's the same here with the CAF League. So the viewers must look at their team when they play, the Pirates, etc., and then they must think, do we have that squad that will allow us to win that game? And who's our top competition that we are against? Who are the sides that we really need to match and even better at that game? So yes, I do believe
it brings the level
being
of the game to
exposed to
another
the
level.
yeah, sure. I think it does, yeah. The benchmark is there then, yeah?
While they're still there, what do you think about the new format of the Club World Cup? Don't you think it will replace the Country World Cup? Because it is well represented, all right, unlike it was before. But now, as time goes on, people say, or will they, both of them have equal status? And where is the timing in terms of the fixture? And remember, the subject of today are the teams balancing the books financially, looking at Barcelona, what's happening. Is it the teams, or is that time? Remember, in finance, remember a financial company, the graphs will go up and down, and it will reach at the level where it bubbles. It looks like in football, it's getting there. It's gonna bubble very soon. It's like in wars now. Why we're having the war in Ukraine is the armament race. These guys have been busy with nuclear for many, many, many years. So at some point they need to be tested. Unfortunately, they are tested on us.
Hopefully not. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully not. Yeah.
Unfortunately, even to wave the muscle, it's all about that. It's life. It's like that. Yeah. What's your take, Pete? So, do you think Club World Cup will be a threat to the country World Cup? Or will that lead football to a quick bubble?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Is it?
There'll always be an interest in the country World Cup, I believe, because it's been there for years. This Club World Cup thing is it's a new thing, and it will feature. How we will marry the results, all those extra games. Again, it's going to come down to extra games and players wanting to either play for their club or play for their country. And I think it's gonna reach a point, I think, where I think the guys are gonna fight a little bit, but if it weakens the Club World Cup, if it weakens the Country World Cup, I think that would be wrong. We all look forward to the World Cup. We all look forward to football. I do, and I think most of the viewers will as well. And you want to know that Spain are as good as what they've always been, etc., etc. But if it's diluted now by taking players into the Club World Cup, then something's going to give there. Something's got to give.
We'll watch the space very closely. Maybe that is why people are saying, who's this? I think, was it Capello was saying Messi's playing the low-level defenders, or it was Simeone said if he was Messi was playing toughest opponents. Is it not because they are being overused?
Yeah, I think so. And I think so. This is going to get to a head very soon. I think now all the we have the same in rugby to a degree. The guys are just overplayed. They're just, and that affects the output performance of those players. And the guys are complaining, because I think in previous discussions we said it's not just a physical game. It's the mental game also. So your ability to concentrate throughout the 90 minutes that you play the football and any extra time that may take place is going to be if you're tired. So the mental and the physical game, they're not separate values. You need to have both, and you need to maintain both to be successful as a player and as a club, really. If your key players are tired, mentally or physically or both, then that's going to affect the way that they play.
Yeah, because it also takes a lot when it comes to mentalness. These days, Peter, I work so hard, man. I can feel it.
Yeah.
I sleep very late, and then I was feeling, my back here. But Sundays normally I sleep longer because the 6 days.
Your body tells you.
Yeah.
Your body tells you, and it's the same for the football players.
Yeah, I remember when I was growing up, my father wouldn't sleep a lot, eh? But by that time, he was in his 70s and so on. He was a low sleeper, he sleep late and then wake up very early, or when he has slept very early, he would wake up. So I start to realize that with me, I don't know, it's because of I'm working hard.
It's also an age thing, eh?
Pardon?
It's also an age thing. The
Yeah,
older you
yeah,
get, the less
yeah,
sleep
yeah,
you
yeah,
need.
yeah. So I can, the body can tell you that. So I can feel the
Oh, yeah.
players. Remember, they play day in, day out. Okay, while we're still there, Pete, Pirates have come up with a very good competition here. Pirates supporters are selecting the best player. No, the best goal. I wish you see that. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see the goals. Beautiful goals by Orlando Pirates. And these goals were selected by Pirates fans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pete, which one is your best goal?
They're all good goals, all of them.
All of them brilliant, eh?
Yeah, it's very difficult to pick from there. But I think for me, maybe the first one, I think.
The first one. The first one.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
we can
That'd be
replay that
your
and discuss if you wanted to, but and yours?
they're all good, eh? As you said, they're
Yeah,
all
good. It's very
brilliant, They're all brilliant.
yeah.
And then it gives us a bit of a hope that at least our football is growing. And what is nice, these are largely players from development as far as Pirates is concerned. Pirates is doing exceptionally well. These are very, very exciting news. Because we want to see that, because to keep the momentum, it's once you start losing real players and then start getting mediocre players, people start losing interest and then they start looking at other sporting codes. So this at least
The
gives,
foundation,
this gives a
the foundations are always the right
mm,
thing to do. Not only with building a house, but also building a team.
mm,
So
mm,
your
mm,
development squads are crucial. In fact, if you
yeah.
look at any sport, if you look at the Australians, for example,
Mm,
at one
mm,
stage,
mm,
their cricket's development,
mm,
etc.,
mm,
etc., they
mm,
they were the they were the best. I think other countries are starting to come through now, but yeah,
Saddam, welcome to the
development,
show.
development.
Sorry about that,
Hey,
Pete.
Saddam.
Saddam, welcome to the
No,
show.
no, welcome.
I want to see you. And then your mic is also close. Come in. Yes, Pete, continue while we are waiting for Saddam. Saddam, sort out your
Yeah,
mic, sort out your camera. Yes, Pete.
development, development, development.
Mm,
That's
mm,
you bring the youth through, and you got to have that youth with experience blend to get them from just a talent or a skillful
mm,
player
mm,
into the team,
mm,
so that they are experienced with the guidance of the old heads, as we call it. The guys that are going to guide them to the.
mm,
Uh,
mm, mm.
I mean,
You
if you
know,
take it to my team now, if you take it
mm,
to my team now, Man City, and
yeah.
you look at the players that are coming through there,
Mm, mm, mm,
there's some players there.
mm, mm. Of course, Barcelona, they're number one when it comes to that. Saddam, welcome to the show. Greet the viewers.
Hey,
and let's get started.
welcome,
We've already done cellular, man. You missed that one, eh? How are you doing, Saddam? Greet the viewers. Let's get going.
Okay, morning, Peter, and morning to you, comrades and all viewers. Happy belated Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you to see you again, 25.
Okay, we are
Happy
back.
New
We are
Year.
back, Saddam. We are back. Saddam, here are the fixtures. A quick one. You play Cape Town City. Your guys are already in Cape Town. Have they left? Or the Kuku Tembisa? What do you call them, by the way?
Yeah, they're on the way. I just called them. I was supposed to leave with them last night. I just made a commitment. I received a message from President of Netball. Want me to be part of a show. She's doing something for herself, so I didn't go with the branch. But I just called them. They're on the way.
All right. Yeah, you are playing Cape Town City. Good luck. Let's wish you good luck. And then here are the games. DS Galaxy, they're playing Maake. Wacimu Gesi. Isho njalo land of the Pirates. Wacimu Gesi. And then as you can see, Amazul Golden Arrows, that's a local derby. We want to see what's going to happen there. And then Maruma Gallants with Richards Bay made the best team win. Skukune with Rise and Shine. So also another local game, local derby. Saddam, this is something that I want us to look at. This boy, Apollos, the boy is quite clear. He says he wants to play for Chiefs. Aswin Apollos. He wants to play for Chiefs or a team in overseas. All right. But guess what? The rumor says, we say the rumor because we haven't received an official communication from either Chiefs or either of the team. Says the only team that has put the offer on the table, the real offer, is Mamelodi Sundowns. And Mamelodi Sundowns are prepared to meet the demand, which is alleged to be at 25 million. Okay. And then, but the boy doesn't want to go there. And the owner of the team wants to sell him to Sundowns because the money is good. But the question is, you sell a player for 25 million, you buy a player for 25 million, you win the league is 20 million. Is that a mismatch? That's our topic today. We are seeing now what's happening at Barcelona. Pete is going to talk about that more. Barcelona, they're in crisis. They nearly missed the signing of Omo and Victor. Well, Pete will tell us how are the developments as far as that is concerned. Apparently, there are new developments. Now, people are asking questions. Why Laporta decided to sign Omo, because that position was well occupied. And come 2025 December or end of the season, Omo will be for free. And he spent 60 million. They say, why he couldn't have waited because he had Gundogan, he had Rafinha. There were so many players who were playing that position. I think they counted about 5 players who were playing that position. They said, what was the rush? What was the rush? So are we reaching? Because remember when Laporta came in, the issue was he was going to solve the problem because the previous regime messed up the things. So yeah, this is it. And you couple that with, we know we've got players who are complaining. Pirates there, I'll show you the videos of Mbuyane, courtesy of TK YouTube channel, and then and TikTok, and then that they are underpaid. They were underpaid. They were at Pirates. Petit Twala was saying they were told that they were playing for a badge, and then yeah. So what is this? Is this a problem with the clubs, or is this a problem with the players? So that's the discussion that I want to discuss. But before I go to this thing of Apollos, the boy wants to go to Chiefs or a team overseas. No way. now, should Chiefs wait until he becomes free, and then so that they can have something? A gleam of hope. We know we've been complaining about Sandals. They get good players. The next thing they bench them. Apparently, they are about to release a few number of players. Saddam, I want to look at these numbers. Tembi Ngosi, this is a rumor too. These are rumors because I got another rumor to say Tembi Ngosi Lodge is not going anywhere. Here's another rumor now says Tembi Ngosi Lodge, Lisiba Nku, Lebohama Bowe, and Neoma Ema and Mkulisi, they may be released. Which player do you think, as Chiefs, would you like to have there? Saddam?
To me, I think Mkulisi is the one that maybe we can take him because we have a problem. The players, when they go to the big team, they start to relax and they even lose their position on national team. I don't know, but I think Mkulisi will be all right. We can try him because he's still on the right track, but the others I don't think so.
Saddam, will I be correct to say it looks like there is a conspiracy against Chiefs? That's my opinion. When they want the player, the price go up very high. Remember, there was Mkwane who was prepared to go to Chiefs, and then apparently Chiefs had met the demand, but they wanted to pay installment. But the agent took him to Esperance or Morocco. Floyd Mbele was part of the people who went with him there. What's your take, Saddam, about that? There is something that we need to, do we need to smell a coffee there, that there's something going on there? Saddam?
Yeah, we as KZ Chief supporters, we know about that. Even the coach, our coach has got about less than 6 months. He knew about that. When we need a player, the price is going higher. So imagine now, police now, they say 25,000. Not the first time.
25 million, not 1,000. 25 million.
Yeah, 25 million. I remember when we need shoes from Blackpool.
Yeah.
We say to the kids that it is better to rely now. It's not about chips. It's about the people who want to sell the players, the agents, the teams, and everybody. They don't want the good players to go to get the chips. We know about it. So our supporters must also understand that the so-called teams.
No, but it's fine. It's fine, Saddam. Let's move on. We don't have time. Pete, can you couple this with what is happening at Barcelona? Are we reaching that stage that football is going to reach a bubble? Just tell us the story. Just tell us the story about Barcelona. What's happening? Just explain it.
Well, they're not meeting the financial rules that have been established for them, and the recent issues with Dani Olmo and Pau Victor, which apparently, they didn't meet the registration requirements there. I believe now on Friday, there was news came out now that they've met the 1-to-1 rule, whatever that might be now. I mean, these financial rules are somewhat complicated. And so it's going to be positive in terms of those two players to stay at Barcelona, but they're just waiting for an official response on that one. As to whether, there's a bubble. I mean, look, the prices of players, whether you look at it from a Chiefs perspective or as soon as you put a big name there, the prices become inflated. And that can only go so far.
Your sound has gone lower. Your sound has gone, you are far from the mic. Okay? Say it again.
Okay, so maybe that might be better. Let me just have a tweak here.
Yeah, your sound is a little bit lower now.
I'll bring down the mic a little bit.
Bring the mic. Helps? Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah. Top teams like Barcelona, the Chiefs, and on the local league there, with the biggest support, obviously people see dollar signs in their eyes, and they want to inflate the prices. That can only lead to big trouble eventually. it's not capped. So I think that was the intention, as a previous subject on the rules that they want to, the financial fair play rules that they want to bring in. I think it's to try and stop that from getting to the vote. It's about financial stability and sustainability for a club. And if that just keeps going up and up and up and up, eventually something will bubble, like you say. So, yeah. And maybe just while we're talking about Chiefs transfer news there.
Before we go there, let's talk about this. They say Barcelona will hear the latest today whether they're in a position to sign both Omo and Victor.
Yes, I believe so, yeah. They're waiting for this response now. They put forward the fact that they've met the one-to-one rule, and so that should lead for them to be able to sign.
Okay, now let's go to the.
We'll watch this space.
Let's look.
I just want to the transfer news. We were talking transfer news on the Chiefs front there. For Waz Bazian, the left back for Stellenbosch there, I believe there's an interest from Pirates and from Chiefs on signing that player there. What's your guys' take on that one? Goodbye? Would it be a goodbye? Who's more likely to get it? What is your guys' take on that? He's a good defender, apparently.
Saddam, come in. What do you think? Stellenbosch defender, both you and Pirates are fighting for. Will it be a goodbye or what?
Yeah, I think this issue of players go there and they just to see at the end of the day where they want to go, because some other players now they know where they want to go. We know that if we talk about a lot of price, a lot of money, we can afford it. Only Sundown can afford to buy the players, whatever the price is. But for Chiefs and others, that we're going to struggle. Chiefs is worse because when they go there, the price is high. I remember the Letwalo from Royal AM, they said 20,000 for Chiefs.
20 million.
So I'm sorry to mess up the prices. But anyway, I think now we're learning something as separate that, hey, our team, that is a business. So we have to see what they're going to get.
Pete, what's happening at Man City in terms of the transfers?
Right, so I did a little bit of research there. Let me just get it there. So they made one signing for sure that I'm aware of. A guy by the name of Claudio Echeverri. He's an Argentine. He's only 18 years old, so he's been signed. I know they were looking at Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle, but that deal looks to have fallen through there. I think when one looks at the financial aspects of, so I know for a fact of one player, but possible exits. I mean, if you look at the possible exits that could leave Man City, Kevin De Bruyne, his contract expires in June. Yeah, Gundogan only on 1-year contract. Kyle Walker, Jack Grealish, Edison and Scott Carson. Edison and Scott Carson's being obviously the number 1 and number 3 keepers. So they're going to have to go to market if those players go, if those 2 keepers go for a goalkeeper for sure. And well, only time will tell what will happen with these other players. But I would think there's some validity in some of those players there that I can see that. I don't see Jack Grealish staying at Man City. I don't. He's
what's your take about Jack Grealish? What's your take?
To be honest, I think he's been playing pretty good recently. So maybe he's now getting used to the style of the way that Pep would want him to play. But he's been, for me, a bit of a disappointment in terms of fitting into the team. He's not as incisive as other wingers. So he's good, don't get me wrong, but whether he's a fit for Man City, I mean, that's always the thing with a new player that comes into the squad, no matter which team and which player. Do they fit the team? Yeah.
But while you're still there, it's like you're not going to get Messi. I'm saying this because this is Fabrizio. Once Fabrizio says it, then I believe it.
Yeah. Let's put across there as well, yeah.
Yeah, You know what I've noticed with this YouTube, because they have mushroom, they just take one line and then they lie, and so that it creates unnecessary hype. Give us a reliable.
They want traffic. They want.
Yeah.
It's all about with YouTube. It's about traffic. Yeah.
Yeah. Give us a reliable.
They want the traffic.
As one of those always, give us a reliable news. Take responsibility, because you're dealing with people's lives. Well, what I saw, Pep, in one of those YouTube, Pep said he has spoken to Messi, and Messi said he will think about it. Okay, he never gave him a word. I'm sure Messi's thinking, and apparently Barcelona wanted him again because they were banking on the fact that he loves Barcelona. And remember, Beckham wanted to release him to Barcelona. And of course, England, remember, Beckham is an Englishman, man. You wouldn't mind to take him to England. Preferably, would take him to Man United, not Man City. But as long as he goes to England, he didn't have a problem. And then,
well, there was even that rumor. There was even that rumor, if you stay with the Messi story there, that he would prefer to go to Man United versus Man City if he was forced there. So that I've also heard.
And that was who?
And maybe also
that was Beckham.
Oh,
Beckham.
I can't remember.
That was Beckham saying it.
No. Messi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Messi loves Guardiola. I think the way I see Messi operate, one is learning a lot from this guy. The way I see him, he wants to help Guardiola, because they say Al Hilal have came up with good numbers, big numbers. But I think why he's thinking towards Pep, he just see Pep as his friend. He wants to help him.
Loyalty.
And then
the man's got loyalty.
Bayern Munich went, PSG. Yes, Pete, I'm with you. What's happened with David Beckham? What's the story?
Well, he was fully expected to receive a knighthood in the New Year's honours list, but when that New Year's honours list came out, he was absent. So it was a bit of a surprise for supporters and whatever, considering that, well, he's already been honoured. He's got what they call an OBE, which is an honour, Order of the British Empire. And then you can get an MBE, but he was touted for being knighted this year, and he was absent there. And he's heavily involved with the royal family in terms of their charity ventures, and he's pretty close to the royal family apparently. So it became as a bit of a surprise.
Now look at this way. I see the charity. I don't know. You're an Englishman. You know better, better than me. But my understanding is David Beckham has put the profile of England to another element.
Oh, definitely. But
as a footballer, he has done well. Yeah. But what do you say?
I was just looking. He was falling short of the knighthood requirements, and it says here, despite his contributions and proximity to the monarchy, Beckham's exclusion from New Year's honours list suggests that his achievements still fall short of the criteria for a knighthood. This omission has disappointed fans and highlighted the stringent standards for recognition. So it's give a few bullet points here. It says David Beckham was not included in King Charles' New Year's honours list for 2024. He has served as an ambassador for royal charities, including the King's Foundation. His close relation. Beckham previously received an OBE in 2003, but has not achieved a knighthood. So he's already been recognised in 2003 already for his achievements, probably at that stage for his football achievements, I would have thought. His close relationship with King Charles and Prince William is insufficient to secure the honour. Beckham remains vocal supporter of the British monarchy, achieving participating in charity initiatives. And he did one quite recently. In October, Beckham joined Prince William in a fundraising campaign for London's air ambulance services, helping to raise 16 million for new helicopters. So you can see that, he is active and he is trying. And I know for a fact that he wants that. He wants to be Sir David Beckham. So, but this year he didn't make it. So it will be interesting to hear what the viewers, whether they have a feeling on that one. As to
Look, for me, yes, I understand as a footballer he has done well, but not only that, as far as I'm concerned. Now, as a businessman, he's putting England to another pedestal. I don't know how do they select. So it would be wrong for me.
the engine room.
Yeah.
The engine room in David Beckham's life is his wife.
No.
She's the head. She's the businesswoman, eh? Really, if you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the personality, but I think the brains behind the operation. Yeah, I think she's obviously with their kids and all that sort of stuff, and her involvement in the Spice Girls way back when. Yeah, she's got a good head on her shoulders, that lady. And yeah, they as a team they have achieved what this show's all about, eh? Financial success. But it'd be interesting to hear what the viewers might have, if they've got anything to say on that, or whether they even have an interest in that, to be honest.
Well, for me, it doesn't matter whether it's the wife or him. Remember, it's a couple.
Yes.
If he doesn't support the idea, what I really know about David. David loves England. He's a proud Englishman. Maybe that is why they connect with Lionel Messi, because Messi is a proud Argentinian.
Yeah.
I know he loves Barcelona because he grew up there. He doesn't hide it. But can you imagine had he played for Spain? How many World Cup could he have won? But he was adamant. He wanted to win for his country. He's an Argentinian. So on that basis, for me, I say big up to him. And then, he needs to be, to be given whatever that he really is crying for, if he that's the terminology to use. He has done well. As a businessman now, he has proved, the mere fact that with Inter Miami is doing so well, everybody now knows Inter Miami. When I'll be doing the Messi special, I'll be showing the impact that Messi has done in terms of the viewership. The viewership is, they are number 2 after England. They are above La Liga. You see, that's the impact of Messi. While I'm still there, but we'll talk about that. I wanted to touch on something quickly while I'm still there. I wanted to check with you the issue of what's the name? Your star, Ronaldo. What's your take about him? All these things that is happening around him. Always commenting. I saw Zlatan say, you don't need to talk now anymore. And it becomes nasty now. Everybody's at him.
Yeah.
Thierry Henry, it was on his case. West Part Mbappe there now also voiced his voice. Said, I don't know what's happening with Saddam. But in the meantime, while I'm still trying to get hold of Saddam, and then let me share the news. Remember that we are a financial company. And then, as I said, unfortunately, you won't have Messi. Fabrizio's confirmed it. Once Fabrizio confirmed it, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. And then here's my first book that I need to share with people, because I'm all about education, Secrets for Becoming Rich. You know very well when I wrote this book, we are still staying here, my first edition.
Yep.
It gave me sleepless nights, but I was so excited.
How many years ago was that now? The launch of this book?
It's quite a while now. It's quite a while. I'm just waiting to finish my diploma in finance, so that what I love most. I want to write books. I want to do public speaking. Educate. Yeah. That's all I want to do. Sure. I want to finish my diploma, get it out of the side, because they take my time. Because when you write books, you read a lot. Of course, I enjoy reading. Secrets for Becoming Rich, I discovered the secrets, and then I said, let me put it down. My sons will probably want to know. And now I've turned that into asset. I'm selling it now. And then I'm teaching about it. I'm talking on various radio stations about the whole thing because there's no school that teaches us about finance. And then that was my first book. My second book is this one, How I Turned 500 Rand into a R1 million business. This one, Pete, is also on Amazon as an ebook.
Nice.
I'm also going to take others on Amazon very soon, maybe during the course of this year. I also want to see them on Amazon. And then I still want to write other subjects because I love educating. But fortunately enough, our YouTube channel is teaching. And Pete, while you're still there, I'll be interviewing a lady from Credit Bureau. Because if you want to know about money, you need to know things that are very important in money matters. And Credit Bureau is one of those institutions that plays a major role. You know, you go and buy something, they say your score is low, you haven't reached. So you need to understand what brings the score up. So I'll let the viewers know very soon. And there's also this book by a friend of mine, Nomsa Masbugo, the book called Entrepreneur Awakening. Nomsa is in the hospitality business, that side of Mpumalanga. She's got about 7 guest houses, about more than 100 rooms. Hospitality, that's what they talk about. They talk about rooms more than anything else. So, yeah, Nomsa is a very good friend of mine. We collaborate in a number of things. This year, I'm going to embark on a very huge education drive. So probably I may engage Visit Vagasha, that is his establishment, going forward. And another one is this one by a friend of mine, Dr. Darlene Small, an economist by profession, having worked for Reserve Bank for 33 years as an advisor to governors of the Reserve Bank. She wrote this, How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money. A very beautiful read, which can, boost somebody's knowledge because that's very important. And this is the book I also recommend to people because money is dead. Money is dead. That is why I'm interviewing this lady of Credit Bureau because you need to understand how can you use other people's money. Other people's money, you get it from the bank. I also want to do a subject on the money. The money is changing. I don't know whether you see it. I want to do a subject. I've got a lot of information around it. Money is changing in our eyes, in front of our eyes. Dollar is going away. De-dollarization is out of the picture. Euro now is in trouble. BRICS has arrived. BRICS has arrived. So that's the subject that I want to educate people because people need to understand about this development as they happen because that prepares you. Cryptocurrency is coming. Make no mistake, it's definitely coming.
Here.
So if you don't,
here.
Yeah, if you don't prepare yourself for that, and how do you prepare yourself? Education, education, education. So now, not only that, we also do mentoring. If you want to be mentored by us, it's very easy. Just drop us a WhatsApp. You'll see the WhatsApp number at the end, and then we'll give you the mentoring. We call it a membership club. Pete,
Yes, sir.
as I was saying, I don't know whether we should blame the soccer bosses or the players for themselves. Just listen to what some former Orlando Pirates are saying, so that you get what I'm talking about. This one, let me see. Okay, I'll try to show this one. Okay, hopefully, no. Okay, let me do this. Can you see this one?
It's coming through. Yeah, there we go.
You hear what he's saying?
No.
Pirates,
no, the
Pirates, instead of getting paid good money that they deserve according to them, they say they play for the badge. This is what he's saying. So I don't know whether should we blame Pirates or they are to blame themselves. So because it's easy to say, it's always easy to throw stones, It's easy to throw stones, but sometimes it's not about.
It's a glass house.
Yeah, it's a glass house, you know. So it's easy to throw stones, and then what role do they play themselves as players in terms of management of their funds? Once they start getting money, the lifestyle changes, you know. So yeah, let's hear other Pirates players. Here's another one. This one is in Boyane. That's courtesy of what do you call TKTV. So they are the ones who I got this footage from them. So they say, this one says at Pirates they play for the badge, and not for the money.
But there's no money in it.
Yeah, there's no money in there. But now, is that should be blamed to Pirates leadership, or they must also take responsibility? That's another question. But even I want us to dissect that one and look at it. Listen to this one. This one is very interesting. I laugh at this one when I listen to this one. This young man, listen to what he says.
The volume's not coming through.
The volume, can you hear me? Can you hear?
I can hear you, but I can't hear the volume for the. I can read it though. Just talk us through it, Saubrey, rather.
I'll help you. I'll help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's TK Solutions.
What was that then?
No,
what did he say?
He's complaining. This is a former Pirates player who played before World Cup 2010, Patrick Twala. He said he wanted extra money. And then they were told that, no, you're playing for the badge. For the badge. Yeah. And so many Pirates players have been complaining about that. I'm talking about rumors. These are not facts. But here is a real Pirates player who played. And then there was a rumor that Jerry Kosana ended up going to China because he wanted more money. It was not only Jerry Kosana, Joe Villagazi also complained. But not only Pirates, even at Kaiser Chiefs, Jabu Pule, these are rumors. I still have to qualify that. Junior Kanye, there were issues of saying, because they were from development, they were paid the money for development, and then even if they have graduated, the money still remains as it was. So I don't know whether this debate will help, because the other thing that I'm a little bit worried about, maybe is a high level of secrecy about how much do they get. Okay. Tim Subazi, who's one of the club bosses for TS Galaxy, is now sitting on the management of the PSL. He just said last year, to say Chiefs Pirates, out of the technical sponsor, he could count close to 100 million that they benefited. You know, and then it doesn't match. If There are people, and you look at Chiefs, look at Pirates, how many sponsors do they have? You see, and now the players are in the dark, okay, of what is happening. Is there any truth element in the whole thing, okay? But I'm saying maybe the element of this high level of secrecy of how much they get and all that. But at the same time, fair enough to the club bosses. These boys too, they overspent. They get the money and they spend more than what they have.
They blow it.
Yeah. And fair enough to Dr. Koza, he has organized an institution called GIPS to give them financial education and educate them about business. So you cannot blame them. He has given them the tools. So, but where there is smoke, there is fire. Okay, because it's easy for them, like you're saying, staying in a glass house, busy for you to throw stones, because this is how human beings behave. That is why I'm back on financial education. When people get the money, they increase their expenditure pattern. This is a problem. And I was interviewing my accountant the other day. Said, no. You know, when you want increment at work, the increment is not for you, it's for SARS. It's for receipt of revenue. Because when you get increment, it goes to the next tax bracket level table, and it's tax more. And there's truth in the whole thing. He said, you get a step higher. He said, I rather prefer to stay at the lower level because I'm not going to be taxed more. Okay. And then I also argue to people and say, take Pete. Pete is earning about 50,000 a month. And then there's a granny here who's earning a grant, social grant, 3,000 or so. Come the middle of the month, 15th, one money for bread. Granny has that. Pete does not have it with 50,000. So sometimes there's a mismatch. I wanted to bring that subject. It's a debate. Remember, football is a game of opinion. We need to talk about these things. So it's easy, like you're saying, it's easy for them to throw stones, but what level of responsibility do they take? Because Big R is all about responsibility. I thought Saddam would be here. Unfortunately, he can't be able to come in because he was telling me on the side that Close Polela also played for Pirates, was talking about that they play for Badge. But it's not about that too. They must also educate themselves. They must take responsibility. And then the contract, when they get the contract, do they read it? Do they take it home? Do they go? Do they go to the lawyer? Or it's a question of excitement? I'm going to play for Pirates, and then that kind of a thing. So it's easy to throw stones. Pete, I think that's the subject. I don't know whether there's any other thing that we want to touch on before we move towards closure.
No, let's see what the viewers have to say.
Yeah, let's hear them.
And let's take it from there, and let's answer the questions if they have questions. Let's make this interactive.
Yeah, let them help us to understand, is this thing of money blamed on the officials only? What about the responsibility on the part of the players? Do they also take responsibility? Or it's a question of their being too young? What about the club managers? What do they do? Your Mendes of this world. What do they do? Do they come in and intervene and say, look, your bankings, all those guys, where are they? Where are they when situation? But maybe, every institution or every development, it develops, it evolves. Maybe it evolves as time goes on. But thank you so much, Pete. And thank you, people, for subscribing.
Thanks to the viewers.
Yes, Pete. You're thanking them?
Yeah, thanks to the viewers for the continued support.
Yeah.
And a happy new year, 2025.
2025 is going to be an exciting
See you next time. Yes, let's see them next time.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pete.
All right,
Please continue to subscribe, like, and give us a comment. Do the players also shoulder the blame of not using their money properly, or the bosses are to blame? What is happening with these prices in football? Is football going to reach the soccer bubble? Is it going to blow up very soon? Watch the space very closely. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Bye-bye.